Good morning, dear 7th class students. Today we are discussing our acid, base, and salts, part 3. And today we will discuss about the pH scale and universal indicator. So I hope you are understanding everything, okay? And you also should understand, okay, with this online classes, because you know about that offline classes are not possible, okay? So pH scale and universal indicator. The indicator which we have discussed before indicate whether a substance is an acid or base. So we already introduced a new word, that is the indicator, and indicator means indications of any substance is acid or a base. Okay, it means from the help of this indicator, and we already discussed some earlier. It means there are some more indicators like phenolphthalein, methyl orange, turmeric, and litmus. Okay, so these are the indicators. Okay, China rose and many are there. So these red cabbage, okay, purple cabbage, sorry, and so these are having the many types of indicators, and maybe some natural indicators and maybe some synthetic or man-made indicators. So with the help of this indicator, we can select, we can identify either any substance is showing the acidic properties or maybe the basic properties. Okay, so it does not indicate their strength, but indicator cannot show the how much anyone have the acid strength and then how much they are having the basis strength. So for that we have to see some pH. Okay, for the pH, the strength of the acid or a base is measured by a scale known as the pH scale. So this strength can be measured by the help of pH scale. It varies from 0 to 14. It varies from 0 to 14. A pH value less than 7 indicates an acid, and with the pH value more than 7 indicates a basis. Okay, it means like 0, 7, and 14. Okay, so these are having, this is the neutral solutions. Those are having the neutral solution. Okay, and in this way, acidic character increases. Acidic character increases, and in this way, basic character increases. Basic character increases. Okay. So from this pH scale, you have to identify. You should see here that 0 to 7 and 7 to 14. In between that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then 8, then 9, then 10, then 11, then 12, and then 13. Okay. So this 0 to 14 is a parameter to show that any substance how much having the acid strength and how much having the basis strength. So look, when we are going from 7 to 0, it means the acidic character increases or maybe the acidic properties increases, and when we are going from 7 to 14, okay, it means the basic character increases. So on the behalf of this parameter, we have to show that any how much strength of these acids or bases. It means if any substance having the pH of 13, it means it is a too much basic. It is a too much basic, or in other words, we have to say this is the strong basis. This is the strong basis. So this is the parameter for the strong basis. This is for the strong basis. Okay. This parameter is for the our, it means this 3.5. We have to tell that this is 3.5. This is 3.5. Okay. Then because when we are it means doing the half of the 7, then 3.5. Then this is the weak base. This is the weak base, and from here to up to here, and here to up to here, this is showing the strong acids. Strong acids. Okay, and this is the weak acids. This is the weak acids. Okay. So now if the pH of any substance is came 4, okay, came 4, then it means it is a weak acid. If pH is come 1.5, 2.5, 3, 3.5 like that, then that is the strong basis. If someone pH is came 7, it means that is the neutral solution. If someone pH came 9.5 or 10 like that, okay, that is the weak basis. That is the weak basis. Okay, and if some pH is more than 10.5 to up to 14, then that is the strong basis. That is the strong basis. Okay, so I hope you are understanding what is the pH scale. Indicator just indicate that any substance is acid or basis, but pH scale just shows that any substance how much having their strength of the acids and the bases. So a pH value equals to 7 indicates a neutral solution. Pure water or distilled water has a pH value equal to 7. Okay, equal to 7. Now second one is universal indicator is a mixture of indicator. So chosen that it gives a different colors for different pH values. Okay, universal indicator is a mixture of indicator. So chosen that it gives a different colors for different pH values. Therefore, the actual strength of the acids and base can be measured by it. So now neutralization reaction. Now neutralization. So when an acidic solution and basic solution are mixed with each other, they neutralize the effect of each other. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. So if we have to elementary idea about the what is the neutralization reaction, then it means that when acid reacts with bases, formation of salt and water okay, so salt and water, formation of salt and water. Since heat is involved in the reaction, the test tube in which the reaction is carried out becomes hot, because heat is just evolution means nikalna. Okay, then due to that, when the container or any vessels or any test tube, okay, or maybe sometime the boiling tube maybe got some hot because heat is just evolving during this reactions. The temperature at the end of the reaction becomes more than the initial temperature. Similarly, when dilute sulfuric acid is added to a lime water, the reaction mixture becomes hot. This is also a neutralization reaction. It means when this sulfuric acid, okay, this sulfuric acid reacts with lime water, then formation of one salt and water also, and that time also the reaction mixture becomes hot. So it is also known as a neutralization reaction. So what is this reaction? H2SO4, okay, plus CaOH all twice and calcium sulfate. So CaSO4 calcium sulfate plus water plus heat. Okay, so this is calcium sulfate. Okay, this is the gypsum, and this is sulfuric acid. This is calcium hydroxide. Okay, so this is the lime water. Okay. In a neutralization reaction, phenolphthalein is used to indicate the end of the reaction. The end point is observed when the indicator changes its color. We can carry out the following experiment. So one experiment we have to can do here to make the color change for the reaction, for this reaction. 1/4 of a test tube is filled with a dilute acid like hydrochloric acid. A few drops of phenolphthalein are added to it and shaken gently. The phenolphthalein remains colorless in the acid. Phenolphthalein remains colorless in an acid. So we already discussed yesterday. Phenolphthalein, there is no change with the acids, and sodium hydroxide is added drop by drop while stirring gently. The pink color appears each time after a drop of sodium hydroxide touches the acid and the indicator mixture. The process is continued till the whole solution just changes to a pink color. Okay, so I hope this one also we have to study. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, upper one stanza we also have to study. Okay, after that I started from here, but I left this one. So I thought after this one, so I start now for the neutralization reaction, and but I already introduced one neutralization basic formula for that. That is the acid plus base, salt plus water. So therefore we can say that neutralization is the combination between an acid and a base to form salt and water with the evolution of heat. Acid plus base, salt plus water plus heat. So heat is also evolved. So that's why we are telling that the container of vessel or tube, boiling tube or maybe the test tube gets some hot after that. Okay. For example, the reaction between the hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide to form sodium chloride and water with the evolution of heat energy is a neutralization reaction. Hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide. So hydrochloric acid, it means HCl plus NaOH, that is the base, then formation of, look, this one, okay, formation of this one, like NaCl plus H2O plus heat, okay. So this one dropper for adding, okay. So look, this is the very basic things. So now the process of continue till the whole solution just changed to a pink color. The color change must occur by the adding one drop by the base. So this is the end of the neutralization reaction, okay. So this is the dropper for adding the base, and acid plus indicator means phenolphthalein shows the pink color, and the salt formed in a neutralization reaction may be acidic, basic or neutral. So salt is which is formed by the acid and plus base, that is maybe sometime acidic, maybe sometime basic, and maybe sometime neutral in nature. A neutral salt is formed by the neutralization of a strong acid and strong base. Like that here, this is the strong acid. This is the strong base and formation of neutral salt. This is the neutral salts, means this cannot give any color with the indicators, okay. So sodium chloride is a neutral salt formed by the reaction between the sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid. Now the neutralization reaction in everyday life. In everyday life, what we seen about the neutralization reaction. Now first is indigestion. Indigestion means food का digestion नहीं होना, ठीक है. So our stomach secretes the dilute hydrochloric acids which help us to digest the food, but sometimes during indigestion excess of this acid is secreted. Means acid too much secreted sometime when the digestion is not happen in our stomach. So it is a very painful, and since the acid penetrates the lining of the stomach and damage the cells below, and sometimes the lining of the stomach, maybe this is the stomach, so lining of the stomach is getting some things because the mucus is not secreted here, and that's why this lining may get sometimes the ulcer, and we are having too much burning like sensations and constipation like conditions, and sometimes not feeling the well and painful conditions also, okay. So this cause discomfort and burning sensation in the stomach. It leads to an ulcer, okay. Ulcer का मतलब होता है छाले. So to neutralize the effect of excess acid, we take an antacids. Antacids, it means which can neutralize the acids, like milk of magnesia, MgOH whole square. That is the ingredients of the diethanol like that, or a magnesium hydroxide base also. Okay, both name are same. Baking soda or sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is a salt of a strong base, is also taken to cure indigestion. Aluminum hydroxide is another base used to relieve acidity. So one more aluminum hydroxide is there, which is used to relieve acidity. To find out how an antacids work, okay. So for that, activity 5.3, an antacid spill, water, methyl orange indicator, dilute hydrochloric acids, 2 test tube and a dropper, okay. Crush the antacid spill and mix it with water in a test tube, okay. First we have to take one test tube, okay, and one antacid spill, crush and add in this, okay, in this test tube. After that we have to add some water, add some water, okay. Add 2-3 drops of methyl orange to observe it, then 2-3 drops methyl orange. Okay, to observe the color change. In another test tube, take one ml of dilute HCl, and one more test tube I will take, and I will take 1 ml HCl. Okay, 1 ml HCl. Okay, this is HCl. Okay, 1 ml HCl, and drop by. Okay. Use a dropper to add an antacid indicator mixture in this test tube and drop by drop till the color changes completely. Observations: when methyl orange is added to a test tube containing an antacid solution, basic, okay, so it changes to a yellow color. It changes to a yellow color. So this one is changes to yellow color. And on adding antacids and methyl orange mixture of hydrochloride drop by drop, a time is reached when the color fades completely. It means after some time the color too much fades completely. No will be the color left for the like the earlier. This indicates that the acid has been neutralized by the reactions antacids completely. Explanations and conclusion: antacids are bases which neutralize the effect of excess of hydrochloric acid formed in the stomach and therefore cure indigestion. It means when the condition of indigestion, our stomach having the feeling of acid like conditions, it means the acidic condition, and on that time we are just taking ENO. You know about that, and you already seen the advertisement of in the ENO. It works in within 5 seconds because the inside the acids are just neutralized with the bases which we are just taken in the form of ENO, and that is the magnesium hydroxide or milk of magnesium. Okay, and after that there is a formation of salt plus water plus like some heat like conditions. Okay, now the treatment of soil. So what type of antacids we can use in the to cure in the conditions of indigestion? That is the aluminum hydroxides, okay, sodium hydrogen carbonate, and milk of magnesium. Treatment of soil. The soil of an agricultural land becomes acidic or excessive use of chemical and organic fertilizers. Plant do not get nutrients when the soil is excessively acidic or basic. So plant not getting the too much nutrients because soil is too much acidic or maybe basic. It means the neutral condition for the soil is required for the good crop yields and agriculture conditions. But sometimes the soil is too much acidic and too much basic, and in that conditions the soil nutrients cannot be gained by the particular crops. So when soil, this hinders their proper growth and crops grows best in a neutral soil. So when a soil is extremely acidic, quicklime or slakelime is added to the neutralize the effect of the acidic substance present. So calcium oxide, okay, or maybe the calcium hydroxide, CaO, calcium oxide, and calcium hydroxide. This is the calcium hydroxide. So these two we have to add to cure the soil acidity. And similarly, the basic soil is treated with the acidic substance like an organic matter. Organic matter releases acids and neutralizes the effect of the basic substance present in soil. And testing, okay, and testing. So like that, when the soil is too much acidic, then we have to add the calcium oxide or calcium hydroxide, and if the soil is having the too much basic characters, then we have to add some organic matters like manures or like that. So they are containing some acidic substances and they can neutralize to each other, and after that we will get a neutral type of soil. Ant testing. When an ant stings, it releases a liquid into the body of the person. The liquid contains a weak acid such as a formic acid. Another name of this formic acid is methanoic acid. Okay, so you have to realize and remember this name of this methanoic acid or formic acid, and formula is COOH. COOH. So name is methanoic acid or formic acid. Formic acid. This causes swelling and a burning sensation in the skin. To neutralize the effect of the sting, moist baking soda, sodium hydrogen carbonate or calamine is rubbed on it. Calamine contains a zinc carbonate, okay, ZnCO3, which produces zinc hydroxide. It means ZnOH So with water, so this is the cure. It means this is the treatment for the intestines. Okay, so intestine contains some formic acids. That's why we are getting the some pain and some swelling is there. But for the cure of this, we have to add some basic things, and sometimes we have to add even the eno also, the paste of eno, the paste of sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is the baking soda also. So they also after that also adding of this wet this paste of that, then we can get some pain after we can get some reduces of the this pain of that places. Okay, so and zinc element, it means the zinc hydroxide also. So zinc element we can use for that also. Factory waste. The one is factory waste. The waste of the factories contains some mainly acids. When these are discharged into a river, sea and other water bodies, they kill the fishes and the other aquatic organisms. So if the acids are too much in the factories, you know about that, many factories and industries in our country, and they are producing too much pollutants and pollutions in our surroundings. So sometimes the solid pollutants and liquid pollutants, gases pollutant already in our environment, and solid pollutants and liquid pollutants can harm the water bodies and the water resources, which is maybe sometimes the a source of potable water, So when these are discharged into rivers, seas and other water bodies, they kill the fishes and other aquatic organisms. It means they completely harm the aquatic plants and aquatic animals, aquatic organisms also. So these acids should be therefore be neutralized by adding basic substance such as slackline before being discharged into the water. So for that, before discharge directly into the river, we just treat it with the help of some basic things, that is the slackline, and with the help of this slackline we can neutralize the acids which can releasing from the factory waste. Okay, so we have to add in there that and make neutralize, so the effect of this acid to the water bodies may be reduced. Okay, so I hope you are understood. This is the our acid base and salts chapter. Okay, in next video we will start our sixth chapter. Okay, thank you.